Welcome back. So you know we hadn't had a video on the 70 Roadrunner in a little while. I was planning on it. I kind of take you around and show you a few spots. So a few spots it was a little worse than I thought. Again, I ain't trying to tear it all apart and do a full restoration. Really want to just get it on the road this year. There's a few spots I got to address first. And like in the back here, this filler panel, plenty of holes in that on both sides. I'll show you the trunk pan in a few. And then but I need to get the filler panel fixed up and replaced so I can get the rear window in. And then there were some soft spots in the floor pan. And as you can see, there's one big weak area kind of right through there. So this time I'm gonna cut out the floor pan, get the filler panel out, trunk pan, see if we can start replacing them.
You want me to restart it?
All right, so I came through, cleaned it up, got it all vacuumed out so I could see what was going on. Came back with some tape, kind of made a little line, like some guidelines about where the weak area was, where I wanted to cut out. And you see I'm coming through with the grinder, getting it cut through the floor pan, being very careful on this side, making sure I don't cut through the supports. So then I come back through with the drill, start drilling out the spot welds. Got a flathead here, kind of prying on it, checking, seeing which ones are still holding. It's pretty rusty, so some of the spots was a little tough to figure out where the actual spot welds were. On this one, it was a little easier just to go ahead and take the grinding wheel and grind them out since I wasn't keeping this floor pan here. All right, got the real weak spot cut out. There's a couple other small spots. Got a few tiny holes. Yeah, this whole piece here is just really weak. I got a piece in a parts car. It looked like it was solid in it, so I'm gonna take this, cut it out, try to drop it in. Good news though, the spot welds solid. I think they were still just as good as the day they rolled off the showroom floor. All right, I'll show you the trunk pan. I did that a little while back. So here's a look at the trunk pan. All the rust holes in it. So this is one that they replaced. Somebody replaced it 30 some years ago. See, they just put a piece of metal in here and riveted it in. I'm gonna drill these rivets out, clean this out, drill out the rivets, and see can we remove the trunk pan. Okay, got that all cut out. I'll probably come back and wire wheel this, clean up, hit it with a rust converter, and seal up the frame rails and stuff. I was wondering why somebody put all this work in 30 years ago and then stopped on it. But after that, after taking that pan out, it's clear whoever was doing the work got carper's tunnel after putting all them rivets in by hand and couldn't finish the car. All right, yeah, so I'd actually cut this out before we ever drove it. See all the mud and stuff in there now. But the frame rail here is just from like right here to about right here. It's just paper thin on this side. A little better on his back side here. It's got a pretty good hole or two in it. Not necessarily from the rust. It looks like somebody had hooked something in there to pull it out sometime and just ripped it. So go order some parts. order a 2-piece trunk pan so I can put it in here without yanking the quarters off. Even though I've done so much at this point, it'd be nice to go on and do the quarters, but it's been enough scope creep. So we get the new trunk pan in there. Figure while I got it out at the moment, I'll get a cap, put a cap on this floor, on this frame rail here, and I'm gonna see if I can get this filler panel out with both quarters still on, and put a new one in there too. All right, got that off. Still got to do a little cleanup work and get the ends off. I'll come back, clean that up, clean all this up. Looks like these supports here are rotted out too. I think that's gonna be all for today. Go in and get these parts ordered. All right, came in, cleaned up all the little rivets, leftover pieces of trunk pan, maybe the original, maybe the one they put in there. Cleaned that all up. Got the center 2 supports out for the filler bracket. Yeah, got this side of the filler panel all out, all cleaned up on this side. This is a quarter panel, little trunk cutter there. Got a little more to clean up. I still got to get the one off that side, but I'm about to get loaded up, head out to Dad's. Cut a little piece of floor pan out my parts car out there. All right, made it out here to the parts car. It's a 68 Satellite. So I brought the piece of floor pan we cut out the Roadrunner. Look up front, it's already a hole in the front there. It's not like I'm just cutting up a good car. And if you look up under the floor mat in the back here, you see it's already rusted out right there. But if you look right here, where a real bad spot was on the Roadrunner, it's all nice and solid. No holes other than the ones that are supposed to be there for the rubber plugs. So, trace around this, cut about an extra 1/2 inch around, all the way around. And we'll use the one good piece here, fix the one in the Roadrunner. All right, got it all traced out there. Just got to cut it out. Like I said, the front part's gone on this one, and the back part's gone. If it was a good floor pan, it'd be hard to cut it out of this one here, but this one needs a full floor anyways. All right, got that one all cut out. The old one, new one. Get ready to take them back home. All right, back at the house. Come in, just got done cleaning up the other side of the filler panel, getting all that out where it connects to the quarter and the trunk gutter. I already cleaned the floor pan up, bottom side of it. Came in, you can see that. Came in and actually flanged it on around. Hit it with some rust converter. Getting ready to paint it. Pick up some welding wire and put it in the morning. All right guys, it's the next morning. Last night, wire wheeled, cleaned up, painted around the edge, right where the little flanged edge was gonna overlap. Go in there. Just make sure there's no rust there before we weld both sides of it. A little flux welder I got, I already tried to start putting it on. You can see the pan here, support here. It just won't penetrate. It's on the hottest setting, so. Yeah, it's an older welder, so. I don't know. I need to get a good welding setup anyway, so I think that's gonna do it for this video. Next time, should have the rest of the parts in. We can start putting in trunk pan, filler panel, supports and all that. Just be a lot of metal work on the next one. One step closer to getting her on the road. Thanks for watching.